talking about global systems. You're talking about me being involved in my own destiny. My God, you're some type of radical. All I know how to do is act cool and watch football and get drunk and smoke pot. I have to be a slave. But hey, your kid's drinking poison fluoride. Can't you wake up? And they're like, no, I can't. So, I mean, it is pretty sick, but go ahead.
There was one person who produced his PDA and said, yeah, I read this on a Bloomberg report. And that was the bad part. You know what the horrifying part was? Like you were talking, they didn't question at all. I was totally freaked by it. It was like being in an Alfred Hitchcock horror show. You know, it was the Alfred
No,
Hitchcock
I know. I'll say, look, here's local training videos where they're taking the Austin public school kids and training them to report on their parents openly. This is East Germany. And they go, well, their parents might be bad. And I go, yeah, but the state's always worse. You can't, anytime the state does this, we're in deep trouble. And then they're just like, why don't you like police? And I'm just like, don't you understand, idiot? And now they're going, yeah, we're going to get rid of free speech in America. And people are like, well, it was about time. I hear you, and I appreciate your call. I mean, look, they've got the public mesmerized. We got to break them out of their spell. I keep talking about solutions. It's breaking out of your spell. You know, we got rave reviews for the Obama deception. It's the best seller we've ever had. It's having a huge effect, really funding our operation, really reaching out to people. But I did all get a minority of people saying, I knew all this. Well, the movie isn't for you. It's for people that don't know the left-right paradigms control and they play us off against each other. It's for people that don't know all this race stuff's meant to play us off against each other. It's for people that don't know the Trilateral Commission and Bilderberg Group and CFR all run the presidents from their own admissions and quotes. And we do have it in their own words. It's for people that don't understand. And it goes through how he's going to betray you, and now he has. So the film's even bigger. Obviously, it's not for the choir. Now, we do get into a lot of detailed analysis and a lot of deep stuff here, but this show is successful not because we dumb it down, but because we explain it in a historical perspective and we simplify it and then elaborate. Simplify and then elaborate. Because this is like Chinese to the average American, or it's Greek. Driving along in their car, they're like, what's he talking about? Corrupt government? I was told that didn't exist in history. You show him that that's all that ever has existed, he's going to get concerned and wake up. Or you take those that go, I know it's bad, but I can't do anything. You teach them that they do have power and can do something. Stay with us. More calls, tons of news straight ahead. Embassy Think, folks. Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. We are here live, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget Sundays, 4 to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We will continue to watch this North Korea situation with the truce of 56 years being broken and a state of war now effectively being in place. Continue to watch the destabilization of Pakistan by design. We will continue to watch all the different activities that are taking place with Israel and Iran, NATO manipulating and trying to start a war with Russia. We are in interesting times. GM says bondholder offer fails, bankruptcy looms. That's the type of news that we have here as the feds take that over with your tax money, $19.4 billion in loans, so GM can move its main principal operations to China and Brazil. And that's on record. They are moving to China and Brazil and will manufacture what the government says. Talk about power. The few GM factories or jobs that stay here will now be dictated by the federal government. I mean, this is the end, my friend, of the free republic, unless we use their attack as a way to wake people up and say no to it. But that's why they want economic implosion, is to terrorize the public into going along with them. I just want to spend 3 or 4 minutes with you, and then we got a guest popping in for 10 minutes, then more of your calls. I wanted to bring Jim Newcomer up because he hadn't been on in a few days with us. Gold has been flat at $955, $960 or so the last few days. It's been holding up, though, at that amount, and they're at the very, very tail end of some of that gold Ted got 4 weeks ago at the 880 level, and he factors that into what he sells it. They're at the very end of some of the Franks, some of the sovereigns, some of the other golds going up, but still is the best deal out there in the industry. They still have the silver at the insane price with those Franklin half dollars. I don't know about the Lakotas. I didn't ask him. Jim Newcomer, give us the Midas Resources specials of the day.
Okay, Alex, I'd be glad to. The $20 Liberty, the VF, the private gold pre-33 is at $16.27. The $10, that's the half-ounce coin, is at $7.99. We do have the Lakota silver, but that price had to go up. That's at $20.50 now, or $410 a roll. People have still been calling in, buying it. Silver really offers a great opportunity here. The Franklin half dollars are at $8.80 or $176 a roll. And
now to explain to people, that's basically what you buy them for. You're not going to find these anywhere near that the way silver's moved up. Still $8.80. How long till those run out? Because most of those other deals have run out.
Well, when Ted gets back, he's going to talk to him. I don't know how many he secured at that price, but we did run out of the original. We did have to go out and acquire more, and our costs went up on it fairly significantly, but we're doing our best to hold these prices down so that everybody can get involved. It's important that they do. You talked about the world events and things. This world's about to just explode here, and that's going to put a lot of pressure on the metals. But we do have the sovereigns at $278.90 and the francs at $225.90. If they're exceptional opportunities, they're not going to get any cheaper. So, folks, give us a call here at 800-686-2237. If you have any questions at all, give us a call. We have 25 brokers here, so somebody will be here to answer your questions.
Now, Jim Newcomer, what about the francs and the sovereigns? Am I correct in saying that we're at the very end of those special deals, or is that over too?
We did have to raise the price on those slightly, but Ted's over there in Europe now. He's trying to secure a supply that's going to be able to let us drop the price on it, but we won't know that until he gets back. But we did have to rate it slightly through our current supplier on it.
Yeah, because you're having to buy it. I mean, absolutely. So again, how much for the francs? How much for the sovereigns?
Okay, the sovereigns are at $278.90. That's a quarter-ounce coin. The francs are at $225.90. That's a fifth-ounce coin. That's
800-686-2237. Great prices. Great prices on gold. Excellent prices. Amazing prices on silver, especially those half dollars. Those silver half dollars. 800-686-2237. And you're selling those Lakotas for $3-4 under what almost everybody else that I've seen is selling them for. Yep. So 800-686-2237. Folks, I believe in precious metals, and to me, they're a hedge against inflation. They're a diversification. They're an emergency backup plan. But for people that are heavily invested in the stock market and annuities and all these things that aren't insured, or even the banks, you're really, I think, irresponsible if you don't look strongly at moving part of your assets into silver and gold today. And the place to get it is Midas Resources. That's where I get my precious metals. 1-800-686-2237. 800-686-2237. Jim Newcomer, thank you so much for spending time with us. Will the brokers be there until midnight tonight?
There will be people here until midnight. Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you. Yes, sir, to you. That is the chief financial analyst there at Midas Resources. Helps Ted do a lot of his buying. Thank you, Jim Newcomer.
Have a great day.
You bet. 800-686-2237. I am Alex Jones. This is the one, the only GCN Radio Network in association with Infowars.com. Last caller was telling me to put more shows on. I don't want a radio or TV network, folks. I got Burmis here as my doppelganger apprentice stand-in.
We're on the